entire life. Hey, I don't know what happened, but okay. How's everyone doing? I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. I can't see, I can see comments, but I can't see who they are. So I'm looking at Chris's phone right here to see who's commenting. Really, really weird. Never had that issue on StreamYard before. But anyway, good evening. Good evening, everyone. What's going on here? Good evening, Christopher, Celine, Luann. I'm going to just plug this in the earphone so I can at least hit comments. Hold on a minute. I don't know what's going on, but StreamYard is acting awfully weird. And also working on your phone. Oh, yeah, you got to hit okay. All right. How's everyone doing? It's so bizarre. On my screen, all I see is Facebook user, Facebook, and then, okay, there we are. Hello, Kathy, Nancy, John McGinnis, my friend. How are you? How's everyone doing? Yeah, we're back to normal, if there is such a thing.
Oh, God, no, we're not. Not yet.
There's the complainer. How's everyone been?
We have no idea what you're talking about, Deb.
What are you talking about?
I inadvertently.
Kathy thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hello, Maria, Deb. So, Kathy, how are you? It's nice to be able to sit down and do live streams again and talk like normal. And not, it's so funny playing that expo intro as part
I
of
haven't forgotten, Maria.
Oh, wait till
it's pertaining to you, so don't.
Okay. Yeah. See Dan's family in Ohio. That's nice. But I watched that intro and I think of, again, advertising every weekend for the expo from literally January to November. And now I'm starting to see some people, but not everyone. That's really weird. See it?
I do.
That's weird.
But that's on YouTube.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. But and now we're not advertising the expo anymore, which is good and weird. I mean, it's been a week. That went by quick. So now we do the final accounting. And the township does the final accounting, and then we meet. Probably we have a get together. There's the married couple. That's Mary Geary. Is that your married name, Mary Geary?
I am married.
But like I said, we have a party with the volunteers for the expo with the mayor, which is really, really cool. We do that. It's kind of a holiday kind of thanks thing for the expo for everyone. And I'm sure before that we'll talk about the next one and what that's going to be and how it's going to look and if we're even going to do it. But in the meantime, we enjoyed the expo a lot. I know we covered that on the expo page. Long weekend, busy weekend, physically exhausting weekend, but a lot of the people that you see here, that join us on a regular basis here, were there with us, and we thank them on the expo page, but we'll thank them again here. Just again, goes to show you the type of community we built here and the type of people that, again, are part of that community. Just walk the walk, talk the talk, just good people, again, who are there for everyone and are there for us. For I don't know how many years, I really don't know how far back we go when we started doing events, just New Jersey paranormal events. I don't know when that started, to be honest with you, but
many moons ago.
Since day one, it's been nonprofit. It's been every penny donated to the locations, and New Jersey Paranormal hasn't made money off of any of that. And yet we give it our all. We show up early. We try to make sure everybody has a good experience, whether there's activity or not. And, the community has grown through the years, especially with COVID, and we were on here and actually see the people and the results of that in front of you, the people that get what we do and want to be part of that and give back
And
to
you know
it
how
and
it
help.
shows?
No, I don't. I was going to ask you.
Because, hey, good. I'm glad that you asked. Is that, and prime example, we don't make any money out of this. But here's the kicker. We have a lot of people who come to our events that have been donating batteries.
I know, it's crazy.
And hoodies. I love my hoodie. That have brought snacks and baked cookies for everybody.
And giving me soda.
Yeah, and mints. I love my.
You ever
my
want to know
chocolate
what to
mints.
bring me? There it is.
Your Coke Zero.
There it is.
Shame-o. Gift cards for coffee so that we can keep going. So even though we may not be making money off of this, all of you take really good care of us that we can keep going. So our gratitude to all of you for doing that. It is so appreciated. It is not unnoticed. It's not, I mean, when people walk in and they hand us a package of batteries, it's like being given gold. I mean, and we're not joking. It really is. It makes a huge, huge difference. Huge difference. And it's so much appreciated.
But now the expo itself, there were a lot of people there who showed up to support the expo by attending, and so many volunteers that if you came and you didn't know, if you came, you probably did know. If you follow our page, you know the people who were there, who you've seen on our stream, who were there helping. I mean, and they, again, we do it because we're crazy, and we know that. I mean, we've volunteered to be crazy and do what we do, especially with the expo and the township and the people that help. But you guys didn't sign up for that yet. They were all there. Yeah. I mean, all there.
We have amazing support.
We had so many volunteers. For the first time probably ever, we had more volunteers than we needed.
And they were willing to go through what they had to go through to become volunteers. Because it's not as easy as saying, I want to be a volunteer. There's a process. And we're very, very grateful.
Oh, Christopher, my friend, how are you? But yeah, the dirty work. The dirty work is the setting up and the breaking down and just standing in hallways and telling people where to go. Standing outside a bathroom to make sure people aren't smoking. Watching the exhibit rooms, making sure the capacity, people are coming in and out, helping set up tables and break them down and all that crap that goes along with it. The stuff that, nobody
not
sees.
glamorous positions.
Yeah, our friends were there that support this group. And then we got to go out to dinner with some of them afterwards and it's really, this time of the year I get caught up in the holidays because it's my birthday is Thursday. Christmas is coming. Yeah. And you get into that time of the season where the end of the year is coming, you reflect on the year. And I tell you, and I say this and I mean this, my favorite movie of probably all time, It's a Wonderful Life. I love that movie. I watch it every year and I hold off on watching it until Christmas Eve or the day before. I think it's on Amazon right now. But I hold off watching it, and all that he goes through, just trying to sacrifice and do for everyone. And yet he's living in a, mansion that's fallen apart, and he's not rich like his other friends are and all this other stuff. And then at the end, when he's in need, everybody comes and they help him. And you know what I mean? And his brother calls him the richest man in town. I always stop myself from that, not breaking down, but like I get emotional, that part, because it's such a good karmatic, is that a word, story. And that, you do hope that when you do stuff and you help people and you raise money, that somehow it comes back, whether in a big way or small way.
Well, I think it has in so many ways for us.
To cut me off all the time, I would have said,
oh my God,
if I am rounding out my story, that again, it doesn't come back in money. It probably never will, but it does come back in a lot of different ways. And the type of people that we attract, the things they do for us, the way we're supported out in the community in general, not just here with you guys, the expo, everything. It's really, really cool.
We have met some very unique and special people. And
unique.
Yes, everybody has their own story, their own experiences that they bring to the table, and being able to get to know people and to know. And John will tell you, I'm not a surface person.
Me too, Deb. Every time. Oh, did I interrupt? I'm sorry.
I never get to talk, so you talk nonstop.
How rude of me.
I have to interrupt in order to get a word in edgewise. But anyways, I'm not the type of person that I can just say hi to you. There's something about where I get to really know you, and people have trusted with me with telling me a lot of their deeper stuff, their illnesses, whatever's going on with them, and I love bringing people together that are like-minded people or people who are experiencing the same thing, and you're making those connections. That's my thing. I love doing that, and I've seen it happen more and more and more and more through the years. For whatever reason, the older I get, the more important that is to me.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw that someone had mentioned the Paranormal Savior's birthday is a holy day. I am also known as the Exalted Ruler. I posted the sign
exalted, all right,
behind me, the Exalted Ruler sign. So I am also Paranormal Savior says / Exalted Ruler. So that's going to be the new hat that I get. Anyway,
I get the giggles over that one.
Again, the expo was awesome. 10 years, never in a million years do we think we would get there. Truly appreciate all the feedback and all the help that we got. And then we went from the expo to where you guys saw us doing the live streams when we were driving. We filmed something on Tuesday that we have been working on for a very long time. And we're getting close to the end of that to where hopefully that could lead to something. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, we filmed with somebody who...
Which was a treat.
Oh, man, I had the best time. I cannot wait. It's going to be like 3 weeks till we could announce it and show you. I cannot wait to talk about this more because we'll be able to tell the whole story.
And he will. He's going to love telling you because that was a big deal. The biggest deal for me is that I got to meet somebody new from another state who she's a pretty cool person, really down to earth. And I love people who are just themselves. And I enjoyed that a lot. I know. It's not the highfalutin
you want to meet people from another state. You get on the turnpike and go to the rest area. You can meet people every day from other states.
I do. I enjoy it. I love it.
But this was a lot of fun, and I wish I could tell you, but you'll be able to see for yourself, which is really cool. But again, something that I never ever thought would happen all the years ago, getting into the paranormal. I didn't think I'd ever have a chance to do what we were involved in. And I know it's really cryptic, but you'll be able to see in 3 weeks, and we'll be able to go through the whole entire episode and talk about behind the scenes and all that stuff. But it was so much fun. We really needed that. We were so beat up and tired after the expo and the weekend and everything that we were like, oh wow, we have to do this thing now for Tuesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday we're doing this other thing where we have to drive and be there all day long. And it was so much fun. I can't wait to talk about it, and hopefully we'll have a live stream on with maybe one or both of the people involved at some point to talk about it, where we could interview them and go over the episode.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm still beat up. You're not?
I am. I just don't complain about it all the time.
Oh.
I'm a little, what they call tougher. I don't know. Is that the word that people would use? Or not a whiner? I mean, either. You could either one of those things you could say.
So you all are learning the practice of restraint. It is here visibly in front of you being played out. Someone is holding back.
But again, I can't wait to show you. And we were told it's going to take 3 or 4 weeks before this thing is edited and airs. And when it does, I hope it's as good as we heard it was. And I can't wait to see it for myself. And even the other thing that we filmed, the first thing, that could lead to really bigger things. But we filmed sizzle reels before, and that's what we're talking about. Where you film something for a show and then they pitch it. We've done that before, and this time it really is the last time and our best shot. So who knows what'll happen. That was what we did on Tuesday.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday we were filming with somebody else for their thing. But anyway, I know that's cryptic. So then we had Liberty Hall last night.
Yeah.
And again, if we could show ourselves as a cell phone with the energy bar, it would be like plug in
-0,
3%, like blinking, because man, that event came up so fast, and we had to literally like turn that switch and plug everything in and change all the batteries. And usually I don't plan anything after the expo. This was for Liberty Hall. They're good friends of ours. That was the weekend available. So we did it. And they've been great to us, and we like them a lot. Really good people. So that's why that weekend was Liberty Hall this past weekend. And I got to tell you, I was tired, and thank you, Peter, Maria, Tamara, again, bringing the sodas. I know Peter always hands me a Coke, now Coke Zero, because he knows me so well. Caffeine is the thing that carries me through those events, because I drink a tea about that big on the way there with extra cream and extra sugar. And then Peter comes with the Coke or Coke Zero.
Reinforcement.
And I shoot down, and then the sugar's flowing, and I'm ready to go. Thank you, Brian. And go ahead.
I just want to say, John and I were talking on the way home, and Madison Parker's on here, and she was there, and we just kind of we both felt it was lackluster. And it was probably because we were tired. We don't know, but we were just like, was the activity really there? It seemed like it wasn't like what it normally is for us, but we also know that we were very, very tired. So maybe we weren't as I guess we just felt that we didn't give our 100% like we normally do. We talked about that on the way home. We were disappointed.
Well, I was originally set up in the carriage house, and I usually get the run of the building, and they didn't have the key to the upstairs for whatever reason. So I was still ready to do the carriage house, the stables in the basement. And then we kind of changed it to where we were all in the main mansion. And I hadn't been upstairs in Captain John's room and the whole upstairs and the attic. I don't know how long. It's been a while, because we only do like 2 or 3 events there a year. So it's been a while, and I didn't know. I could pretty much, the carriage house, I kind of know where things are, and I know I could get interaction here and there for the most part. But it's been so long that I'm like, okay, if Captain John wants to talk to me, if he remembers me, great. But he wasn't the way he usually is. I usually get EVPs up there. I usually get way more interaction from him, and I wasn't getting that. And then, going down the hall into Stuart's room, I love those creepy old toys.
Stuart always talks or does.
I wasn't getting a whole lot there either. And then the attic was where the bangs and the weird things were happening. That was up in the attic, but again, not on such a big scale as where it had happened in the past. So, when we left there, I was just like, wow, it's not for lack of effort. I mean, we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah, we're very engaged.
We're trying. We're engaged, but you're only as good. We say it all the time, is what the spirits give you. If they're
Well,
not present and they're not interacting, then it's a long
I
night.
think we were communicating for the first time with a new spirit that we have never talked to, and that's the key. Sometimes they're there and you're just not talking to them because you don't realize that they're there. And there's Susan, and I found out the dining room used to be her bedroom. And there was a whole big thing with that, which was really interesting. And the only way you guys are going to find out about it is if you go to one of the events. But it was truly remarkable with that. But again, maybe because I was tired, but it just felt like it wasn't up to the norm of our expectation, yours and mine.
I mean, that stuff carries you, when things are happening and
But Captain John did come out at the end with me in the dining room in the last group I was in.
oh, that was great.
And that was because I was
wasn't
talking
there.
about, I know, but I was talking about you, and he responded to the statements I were making about you, which was crazy. They were very direct responses, which totally blew me away. Because I kind of said it as a throw out thing, just to be like, for, just like not expecting to get anything. It's just a throwaway thing, like, for shits and giggles, let's just do this. And I did it, and it was just like, whoa, we responded. I'm like, surprise, surprise.
I don't say S words and things like
yes,
that
you
during
do.
the live streams.
You say carrots.
Respect for our audience. But no, it was there are no guarantees. And that was one of the ones where I left going, boy, I wish there was more. You know what I mean? You always hope there's more.
But you see, everybody was coming down into my group saying that they were having a great time up in the attic with you.
I mean, I'll just tell you how I felt. I was there, and
yeah.
I know the difference between a good night there and not such a good night. And you're going to go through that in any building.
And we have high expectations too, I think.
But you're still going to go through that in any building at any time. I don't care where you are. You're going to walk in one night and they're just not going to.
Well, I have to say,
I was they've done before.
Very, very grateful for everybody that came last night that was willing to try the new experiment that I was trying there. It was completely new for there, and they did. They wholeheartedly jumped in once I explained what it was and what we're doing, and it was pretty cool.
I don't think it's that, Patricia. I just
no, they were there.
They were there. It's just like I said, for me, that it's just certain times, certain things. So I don't think there is any rhyme or reason. Tiring out. I mean, can a spirit get tired out? I don't know. I don't know how that works, but sometimes you're surprised. We were talking last night because Chris was in basically one room, and she was whining about it the whole time. I only have one room to work with.
He's so full of it.
And I'm like, I literally had one room to work with in Smith Cadbury. And
are you whining?
And that room, no, I'm not, because that room blew me away.
Boo-hoo-hoo.
That room blew me away. Blew me away.
Good.
So
happy. The couple bickering happens more often and distracts from the investigation in these podcasts. We're not bickering. This is our little interaction that we do. We're so sorry you feel that way, but John and I are the type of couple we like to picky each other. And we're having fun with it. And people who know us know that this isn't real.
Yeah, we've been together a very, very long time. Yeah. This is not bickering whatsoever.
I love this guy to pieces.
We joke with each other. We go back and forth. We don't do that. We're not even together during the investigation. So
no.
She's in one part of the building. I'm in another.
We're not even together.
Else, so, I understand you're probably new to this stream.
Yeah, you may not be aware how we operate and what we do.
You don't know who we are and what we do.
He's teasing me is what he's doing.
And she's not teasing me. She's 100% serious. So that is the difference. So just so you know. But anyway, that was, again, that was, we leave there and we go to the only Dunkin' that's open. And
oh my God.
We're out there. And, you're a little hungry after that. Usually we go to the Wawa or whatever. But we went to the Dunkin', and I don't want to say what's Dunkin'. And we got croissants. She got coffee. I got a tea. Danielle was out there. And we're talking in the parking lot like we always do. It was chilly, but it was okay enough to hang out there. Excuse me. And there's this guy across the street who...
using that
we're like watching, and he looked like he was either suffering from something or on something, or I don't know what was going on with him, but he was just kind of like acting weird, doing weird things, and we're trying to eat and we're talking, we're laughing, and we're watching. And I said, he's going to come over here. I know he's going to come over here because it was, what, midnight?
And there was nobody else
Probably,
around.
yeah,
And
midnight,
out. I mean, it was
12:30.
obvious we were out there talking.
And he's over there kind of where other people are for a minute. And then it was almost like a zombie. And then he turns.
It was
he's
like a
on the
zombie
corner
walking.
watching us. And I'm like, any minute, this guy's coming our way.
But it wasn't, try to picture this. It wasn't just the guy just standing there. He was like twitching and doing really bizarre behavior where you know that something is not right here. Yeah, and you knew it. And, you know, we have another team member there who's just like, it's not even, oh, it's fine. And we're both like, we've been in situations where things can turn on a dime, and you just don't put yourself in that situation. There's nothing worth it. So as we're watching, and like all of a sudden he disappears. Next thing you know, he's already halfway to where we are. We're just like, yeah, it's time to close up shop and go, because this doesn't look like this is going to be good.
Yeah, we got in the car. We've been in a few of those where we, you know, at night, that late, when you go into certain places and, you know, you go to different Wawas or whatever, you know, you get a lot of young kids that are out getting their food or whatever.
People too.
But you also see some weird stuff.
We met a homeless man with his dog, and we all ended up feeding what we bought to his dog. Every one of us couldn't resist. So all of us were just like, it was more important to feed the homeless dog than it was to worry about us having a snack.
Yeah, but that was really weird. So we left. But this week, yeah, again, I don't know how committed somebody is to this.
Depends on what you're asking about committed.
I'm planning on going to the Creeper Gallery tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Monday.
Okay.
And Friday we're with the Girl Scouts again.
Yes, we are.
The day after my birthday, Friday we're with the Girl Scouts again, and then Saturday we're at Burlington Prison. That's the date.
To that too.
Yeah, that's the open house. The ghost hunt is sold out at night, but the open house is from 1 to 4. But we're going to be there at 12. I mean, we're going to get there. There's no sense in getting there at 1. I mean, I like getting there early. So we're gonna be there at 12 at Burlington Prison. And if you haven't been there, Burlington Prison is like one of the oldest prisons in the state, I think. I know 7 people were definitely hanged or hung in the back in the gallows.
And the architect of it who built it, he was building the prison to have more humane ways of a way a prison should be put together, because it was very inhumane the way that they were built. So he was trying to make it a nicer environment for people who were locked out.
There was a double murder in the basement. The warden was bludgeoned to death, along with the trustee. Lots of people. There were suicides. There were people that died from illnesses. So that building, you know, we don't do it as much as we did in the past, but we try to get there at least once a year. And Saturday is the ghost hunt. It's sold out fast. But during the day, by all means, if you're in the area and the weather is halfway decent.
It. And it's amazing. The place is absolutely stunning. It's stunning. I know.
You could come and say hello and tour the prison and check out. I mean, there's the basement and there's 2 floors, so you can check it out. I mean, it's pretty cool.
They do a virtual, not a virtual, but a audio tour that you can pay for, that you put on the thing and you can go through that, and it will tell you everything too, which is pretty cool.
And we've been doing this for probably 3 or 4 years now. I don't know how long. I forget. It's
been a while.
I lose track of
Doing a few
years that they just blend together.
Longer than that, because we did it with Christina when Christina was here too.
But you come, you hang out, say hello. We'll be in the basement. We usually are. We have a table down there. We just sit down and shoot the you-know-what, just talk to each other, talk to the people who come there. They look around the prison. They go, it's not for them to bring a gadget or 2. They're not going to. I mean, you're not going to be able to do a full-fledged investigation, But if you got a K2 meter or something with you and you go walking around, I don't think anybody's going to stop you.
Hi, Dana.
We do have 2 readers.
Yep.
Our buddy, well, who did you bring again?
Stacy Lynn.
So she's a tarot reader.
Yes.
So the way that works is the first 10 people, I think they sign up and they have to donate $10, and all that money goes to the prison, to the historic society. Yeah. And so same thing with the $5 admission. It's a fundraiser. So the $5 admission goes to the historic society. And if you want to try to get a tarot reading, get there early, get your name on the list. They're going to be there at 1, and I think it's 10 or 15 for each reader. Yeah. You get on the list, you get your name on there, you donate your $10, you get like a 10-minute reading. Edward, our buddy Edward Anderson, who I like. Edward, if you never met him, is the only guy I ever met who throws the bones and reads them.
Real human bones too.
Really, really. I think he was on and we did it live.
Yeah.
I think I got to re-air that.
He did the runes and he did the bones.
That was pretty damn cool.
It was.
And him doing it, I've never heard anybody walk away from him and say it wasn't different and unique. You know, everyone that's ever been to him, and he's a good guy. He just got married not too long ago. But you could get the bones or the runes readings, or you can go get the tarot reading. And again, that'll be open to like the first 10, 15 people each. So you go to either one. So, and then we'll be in the basement hanging out. We'll have some of our equipment. But, Taryn, my friend, how are you? So we'll be hanging out there. And then we'll probably go out and get some food. And then we'll come back for the ghost hunt. So, yeah, Edward was at the expo. He was at the psychic fair, too. Edward's a good dude. Edward's a real good dude.
Him and his wife.
Those bones freak me out because they're real bones. He says, he casts them and then he tells you by the way they read. And it was just really, we missed you last weekend. Veronica, you were at the Taryn. Veronica was there. Veronica and Rachel were together for the last time this past weekend. So everybody wished them well because I don't think we'll see them together again. Taking a break for Christmas decorating. Oh my God, decorating already, Taryn. I played my first Christmas song today. I usually give it a little bit, but I had to. I was feeling the vibe because we were driving home. Chris took me out for lunch today for my birthday at my very favorite Italian restaurant, Lebrano's in Matawan. Yeah. Their Big Ziti is phenomenal. So we went out to lunch, and on the way home, I saw a few houses that were decorated, and I said, boy, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. And the song that I played, Is That You, Santa Claus? I love that song. So I am in, man. I am in the mode of Christmas now because we're heading to the Hoover House in, a matter of weeks. Yeah. Honestly, and that's crazy. For the holiday Gettysburg celebration. And John McGinnis, we won't be dangling any carrots, by the way. I know you had mentioned that on my post, so no, we won't be doing that. So don't be putting that stuff on my page anymore. All right, buddy. But so I'm in the mood. I'm in the Christmas mode. I'm there, and I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, we've got only after the Burlington prison, we do the Hoover House, which is sold out. And then, hey, Todd. And then we do the Ghost of Christmas Past at the Creeper. And that, my friends, will be it for this year. We're going to Waynesboro. We're not going to, we'll be in Gettysburg, but
we're doing the Christmas thing.
Yeah, we go to Waynesboro December 6th and 7th. We did it last year with Pam and Steve, and I think the year before. I think it's our third year. Yeah. So we got a bunch of people, sold tickets, the Hoover House weekend. We call it the Hoover House Jubilation. So we go there, and then we go to Gettysburg because they have the holiday celebration. We hang out there during the day, and at night we have a ghost hunt with Cody and Satori. No, the Creeper hasn't been announced. I don't know what Donna's waiting for, to be honest with you. That's on her. Nothing to do with me. I know she's decorating and getting her shop ready for the holidays, but that's on her. I got nothing to do with that. But she hasn't told me. I know it's going to be Friday the 13th. That I do know. Whatever, I think that's
She just
December.
haven't put up the thing for it.
I think it's December 13th. I think that's the date, which is going to be cool because Friday the 13th in December with haunted objects.
I will reserve
I'm down. I'm down.
my opinion of that.
Have wine, go travel.
There you go, Deb.
I believe that's your Deb's license plate. I think that's what you see when she's driving. But no, the Hoover House, we enjoy going there. We love hanging out with Pam and Steve and all you guys. The last 2 years have been really, really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we had so much fun. And that leads us right into the holidays because we go into the city after that. And we go from celebrating Gettysburg and going into the city. And it's just
love that.
So much fun for the holidays to do that stuff. So that's it though, as far as, but for the winter, you know, we are planning some live stream investigations. As a matter of fact, on Friday night, I don't know if we're definitely doing it. And I don't know if we're going to, I doubt we'll stream it. We may film it and then air it. I don't know if we're going to stream it because who the hell knows what's going to happen.
That's the point.
If you ever been to the Sterling Hill mine, they have the two towers, the two blue towers, and then there's a conveyor that goes all the way across, and they go down into these two like buildings. We're going to go in there Friday night for the first time ever and investigate them. No one's ever done that. So we're going to be with the Girl Scouts until 10 o'clock, and then we're going to head for the towers and the conveyor.
I am so excited to do this. I've been wanting to do it for years.
Let me tell you something. There is raccoon poop everywhere and across that conveyor. And there's paw prints on the conveyor itself. We didn't see them when we were there, but the poop was everywhere. So we were talking, and it's like, it's not like it's their outhouse. They're not coming in there to poop and they're leaving. It's not like they go, oh, it's warm in here. Let's just use this as our bathroom. They're there somewhere hiding. And I don't like the idea of walking around there at night and running into them, because I've run into raccoons before, and I saw a little guy and I went near him, and Mama came and chased me, and it was not fun because she chased me for a while. So that the draw for me is that we haven't done it. We got to walk through them the other day, and it's such a creepy feeling.
It's
in there.
just not those towers either. There's a whole big workplace where they grind down the stones and the rocks, and they have the conveyor belts and so many different things that are over there that I just can't wait to see, because it literally, people walked off the job, everything got left, even the stuff on the conveyor belt. They didn't know they were fired. No, they didn't know what was going to happen, and when they came back, everything was locked down, and it's been left that way since what, 1986? Yeah. So to be able to go into that and have it exactly the way it was back in 1986 with it, it's just, I'm jacked. I should have taken pictures, because again, I got some. This one, no, not of the poop. Oh, the poop. Because this one's walking through and like, oh, I can't wait. There are literally piles of poop. Piles of poop. I'm not worried about stepping in it. I'm worried about where it came from. Those things are like predators. They're hiding somewhere. In most cases, they're just waiting for 3 or 4 stupid people to come. Yeah, but their babies could be near. In most cases, not at this point. But again, the brave-hearted one is going to lead the way in this one, and we'll see where that goes. One little ding, and it'll be through the tower, down the stairs. It won't be because of raccoons. It won't be because of the raccoons. I can tell you that. But it's gonna be different. Just joining during piles of poop.
it's gonna be. We've yet to do it, and what's really really cool about it is,
Let me see if I can pull up a picture.
it echoes in there. I can't see comments now,
I'll
but
do it real quick.
it echoes in there really really well. So EVPs and there's really not a lot of outside contamination because you have to go up from the mine and up a hill and into a building. So it's way off the road, and that's not a busy road at all there. So I don't know. They can't see what you're doing, so I don't know what
I was going to put it up there.
You're doing
I
here.
was going to unplug it and show it, but it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. Let me spike. They're not rabid. They're not rabid, Deb. Don't get him freaked out. They're not.
They could be. She's right though.
They're not. If they're rabid, they'd be out during the day.
How do you know they're not? We're not there every day. But anyway, so we were there and we're touring it, and we've been up there one time before, and it's like a horror movie. The only way to describe it is when you enter the conveyor, you're entering from like inside of a building on like ground level, and you're walking on an angle up, and you see from one end and you see all the way down to the other.
It's like
it looks
a horror
like
film.
one of those horror films where it starts out on someone and then you go all the way down the hall and it stretches. That's what you see from one end to the other. And while you're walking up to the conveyor or in the buildings, it's a lot of stairs. It's a lot of different levels. And we were in there and everybody was like, you get a creepy feeling in there. You don't know. Chris is from the sticks, John. Worst that'll happen is Chris will come home with some dinners and she'll have them on the rotisserie later on. If she runs into one or two, she'll have them out there with the,
I'll serve him raccoon
on the
burgers.
stick over the fire like she used to. But I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't like bats. I don't like bears, and I don't like raccoons, which is why I don't go in the woods. I'm not a camper.
I am.
I am not a camper. I don't go in the woods. I don't like what's out in the woods.
I used to go camping as a kid all the time. Pop tents. I love it. Love it. Love it.
That's what hillbillies do. Us regular people, we don't do that. And I don't like again.
You're going to depend on me very heavily if there's ever an apocalypse.
No, I really won't. Mike Familion, the Bigfoot guy, he was at the expo. He had his own exhibit room, and he was we were talking, and I'm like, Mike, you got to come out and come out with us one time. I said, you do what we do, and we'll do what you do. He said, you'll come out squatching with me. And I said, if by squatching you mean me walking 5 feet into the woods and going, is Bigfoot out there? I said, then yes, I will do squatching. I said, but if you're talking about me going into the woods at night and banging on a tree with a stick and doing some call for Bigfoot and bears to hear me, I mean, it's like you're announcing, hey, your DoorDash dinner bell, bing, bing, bing. You're banging on the tree. Hungry bear. It's winter. I know you're probably hungry.
Crazy movies.
No, I watched that Timothy guy get eaten.
Well, that was a fool. That was a fool.
Wow.
That was the guy who went out hanging with the bears and thought that they were those cuddly friends. You have to have a healthy respect for Mother Nature and animals. They're wild.
By you mean not
but
wandering
in most
into
cases,
their space?
They will, as long as you don't stumble upon their babies and they usually will stay away from you.
And how am I going to keep away from their babies at night when I can't see them?
I'll bring them to you. It's very rare, John. They usually move away from you before they come to you. That's what most animals do, unless they're stalking and hunting.
Hungry. That poor guy was eaten because winter. They're hungry. They're going to hibernate.
And he was easy. He laid there for the old bear.
Easy pickings.
Most
people walking around with sticks in the woods, calling Bigfoot.
But here's the thing.
That's what they're looking for.
When you're an older animal, you go after the weaker things that you can take down because it's harder.
Plus, there's a fire hazard. I can't do it anyway. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't go out there. There's a fire hazard.
I bet if you didn't stress out and you faced your fears, you'd have such a good time.
No, I would not.
Yeah, you would.
Not
Yeah,
going.
you would.
No.
And even if you see a bear, they're not going to bother you. I grew up going up in the mountains, and you'd see bears.
If there was
they didn't
like
come at you,
like Stokes Forest, they have there's a road that goes into Stokes Forest and takes you further into it.
Mhm.
That I could do. Park every now and then, stop.
So what? You think
Get out
the
of the
bears
truck.
understand pavement?
No, I'm saying I get out of the car, I go to the closest tree, bang, 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 do the Bigfoot call, get back in the car.
So you feel
roll
safe
down the
if there's
window.
a road in
And
the
if
car.
Bigfoot's there, Bigfoot will come to the car. That's what would happen. Otherwise, I ain't going into the woods. Not happening.
We went what, several steps into the woods to go walking on a beautiful day on a very well walked path. He saw a sign for bears, and I swear
Not
to God,
a sign, 10.
oh my God,
10.
Exaggeration to
It
the
was
max.
every 10 feet.
Yes, of course.
Bears
we didn't go that
are
far
out
in.
here.
We did not get in that far.
Every 10
we literally
feet.
get in there, and all of a sudden you hear a twig go snap.
It was a bear.
Boom! He was gone. It was a squirrel.
It was a bear. And I got out of there. As soon as I couldn't see the parking lot anymore, I don't want to go any further.
Oh, Lord.
I want to be able to run to safety. Ghosts, spirits, no problem. Put me in the demon's den, and I'll be in there.
I'll take the woods over that any day.
No way.
The woods any day.
But anyway, so that's again, this Friday is with the Girl Scouts, and it's always fun with the Girl Scouts. Investigating in general with younger people is fun because some of them are kind of watch the stuff on YouTube and they kind of have an idea, where others are just petrified of being in the dark and trying to talk to spirits. So it's always a fun mixture of some are into it and some are just grabbing onto the other ones because they don't know what's going on or what could happen. So we've really
They're
enjoyed.
there to earn their patches.
We've really enjoyed doing that through the years. This is probably our 3rd year doing it, I think. And this year they're going to be in the mine. So
that's a first.
That's going to be.
That's a first.
I cannot wait. If you're watching, please don't pay attention to anything I say. But if you're watching, I cannot wait because some of them were freaked out being in the university. And the university is, once you get outside of the areas we do the investigating, the lights are on and it's a college. There's people walking around outside. At the mine, once you're in that mine, you're in that mine. And once you're halfway through it, you can't find your way out of it.
You can't
with
even
the flashlight.
see your hand in front of you.
So I am really going to be entertained, I think.
That's what I did too. I didn't know if you noticed, but
Friday.
when we were doing what we were doing this past few days at the Mind with guests, they just had their regular little flashlights, which you and I both know don't do diddly in that mine. You bring in a regular flashlight, it just doesn't cut it in that mine.
You'll see 2 feet in front of you.
And I brought them the heavy duty ones, and they were very grateful for those big heavy duty flashlights.
But that should be interesting because I again, you get different age range from like 12 to 16, I think, and
you see all different reactions.
We had some people that came from one, and the mom was really into it, but the daughter looked like she wanted no part of it, and that was really weird because mom was participating in everything while her daughter was just, you could tell she didn't want no part of being in the dark trying to interact with spirits. So
it was like watching a child with a parent watching a horror film, and they just wanted to look away and not watch it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it'd be like dragging me into one of these Hallmark movies or something, or a musical,
or Into the Woods,
or a musical. You drag me into a musical or something. I'm just gonna sit there with my head down and just be like, oh "My God, is this over? Why was I brought here? I don't want to see this." But like I said, that'll be fun. It'll be the first time they're ever at the mine. The first time we're ever with them at the mine. And then Saturday night again, Burlington Prison, the one and only time this year we're doing it. And not being back there in a year, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
it's so cool to hang out during the day and have people come through. We get a lot of our friends come through, and then it's so weird because there are certain things where you only see people once a year, like the expo. You see people once a year at that event, and they remember you and you remember them, and it's good to see you. How is everything? Having a good time. And the prison's kind of the same. There's
It
some
is.
people that come through and they're like, hey, I was here last year. Or certain places where we do events, like the South Jersey ones. I went to the South Jersey one, and they don't go to any of the other ones. So
We had a really good
That's kinda
time
cool.
at one of, not the last one, we did the one before with Christopher Kraus. We really, for the first time, really got to stand and have conversation with him, what we've never done before, which was really nice.
yeah, we usually don't get time. That's what Saturday is for too. We get to hang out and talk,
Yeah.
for 3-4 hours, and Lord knows Chris can talk. So how about welcome to her? You can talk to her all that time, like she said. People tell her most intimate problems. So it'll be like,
Problems.
you know
They're
how
their personal
how
stuff.
Lucy and Peanuts has her little psychiatry stand. Chris we'll set Chris up, and everyone could go to her if they need to. But remember, here's one very important thing to remember as far as Saturday.
What?
And I want you to all keep this in mind if you plan on coming. This is very, very, very important. You might want to write this down or go back or timestamp here. Saturday is 2 days from my birthday. Still in the window of my birthday. So birthday's Thursday. So you're not going to see me on Thursday, obviously. So Saturday would still be good. We could still celebrate and acknowledge my birthday on that day.
The paranormal
It counts.
savior.
I just want to say it counts. Okay? So don't forget that.
Well,
But
John
then-
McGinnis said it's a holy day.
Then, like I said, and then we're going to investigate the building. And it's been a long time. And I enjoy being in the basement of that building.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I always am. And what's weird about certain places is that there are certain places where you can have the running of an entire floor or two and sometimes never get out of one section because everything happens there. And that's what usually happens in that building for me. Always where the warden was murdered. I really, although I did leave someone in the prison cell last year.
On purpose?
No, well,
Oh, by accident?
It was Taylor's friend.
Oh my God. Cousin?
Whatever.
Brother?
I don't know, but it was a cousin.
Oh my
But
God.
I had him in there was a couple open doors, and I put him in there with a piece of equipment, and we did what we did, and we're doing what we're doing, and the group ended, and they're all leaving, and they're like, "Where's what's his name?" And I'm like, "Who?"
Gone.
Like, what's his name? And I'm like,
Gone.
"Oh,
Oops.
didn't I leave him in?"
Oops.
And he was still sitting there, like, "What do I do? What do I do?" And I'm like, "Oh, we should have just left him there, see what happened." He wasn't complaining.
He was scared out of his mind.
Right. Part of the experience.
There you go.
People want.
I actually put someone on the top floor in a cell.
Satori is watching.
And we couldn't get the cell open after. He was stuck, and I had to go get help to get the cell open. And there was no reason for the cell not to open.
Great seeing Cody and Satori this weekend.
Very good to see them.
Haven't seen them in forever, although we're going to see them again in a few weeks. But
I get lots of compliments on my necklace, too.
I thoroughly enjoy seeing them, and I love Cody and Satori. And Cody's such a good dude, and I just like talking to Cody. I haven't had a chance to do that in forever, where I just can sit and talk with them. That's why I'm looking forward to that weekend where we get to hang out a lot and ride. We could go ride the Christmas camel, which is really, really popular.
Satori and I will ride it.
It's really, really popular in Gettysburg. But yeah, tomorrow night, it's been a while. Return to the Creeper Gallery. I say we skip the feel good stuff and we just go right for the bad stuff, and we just hit the gas from the minute we get in and see what happens. Are you coming?
You want to do the dark stuff, and you want me to?
I'm going regardless of you coming on. If you don't come, I'll just do it on YouTube and Facebook. But
I'll come. But when you say doing the dark stuff,
I mean, whatever's there, we got to catch up.
We do need to catch up.
We got to catch up with the dark stuff
we
first.
haven't been there in 2 weeks.
And the dark stuff first, and then
Travis, I hope your mom's doing okay.
Oh yeah, Travis.
Been in my thoughts an awful lot, sir.
But tomorrow night, 7:00, we're going to start, because that's the only way.
Yeah.
We get out of there at a decent hour. We get out of there usually at 9, and then luckily we're probably home by 10:30, hopefully. So tomorrow night, live again from the Creeper Gallery, from right here where you're watching.
And not for nothing, Tuesday night, you're taking a call to hopefully work out something special and something new that we might be doing. You forgot, didn't you?
I did forget.
Okay.
But I don't understand why that's coming up.
Because I think that's really cool. I'm looking forward to that. It's something
we can't
different.
say that because
we
they're
can't
watching.
Say anything yet. We have to wait until everything is all put into place.
There are plans, people. There are plans.
100% can guarantee you will enjoy what this next endeavor is.
There are plans. We're not going to talk about our plans, because when we talk about our plans, they become your plans. So we are not going to talk about our plans, but we are.
Sis! Hey, sis!
We are planning stuff for next year that's going to be special and different, and there's a lot of it. So it's going to be a mixed bag next year of different things. That's all I'll say. And I haven't gotten to any of actual dates or anything, but we're going to have different things to do, and I'll just say that. That's all I'm going to say.
We'll leave it right there.
We'll leave it right there. This way they'll watch again when we're on again on Wednesday. And
they'll be like, what was that?
Yeah, they'll like, hey, they hinted around for this. Someone's got to make sure they watch when they're on again. When they're on the feed again, watch, because they're giving little hints. But no, we are planning on different things and looking forward to bringing them to you guys for
very exciting things. Very exciting things.
Yeah, different experiences. And that's all I'm going to say, because you'll see it when it rolls out, as it rolls out. And I think it's going to be really, really cool. So, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m., we will be live with you again 2 nights in a row, because we owe you guys. We miss you guys. We haven't been able to come on here and do this at all, because, man, if I rewound those last couple of weeks and think about all the library presentations and the ghost stuff, I mean, honestly, if you go back to October 4th when we started the month, and if I told you all the events in October, I think I would get dizzy and pass out if I saw what we did again. So now we're getting into the waters are calming a little bit. There's a little bit of a wave coming Friday and Saturday, but after that, nice and calm.
You promise?
No.
No adding?
For this year? No, we're done. We're done this year. After the Creeper Gallery.
I needed him to say that so you all could hear. We're done for the rest of the year. So if this man adds anything at all, well, I will be justified.
The Creeper Gallery thing's going to be
that's different.
17 days before the end of the year.
We already knew that was coming down the pike. I'm talking about anything new. Because Chris needs a little bit of downtime.
And if you're wondering, again, if you're not used to watching us, why the bickering happens and who does the bickering, I try to remain calm.
I'm vocal about my displeasure when this man is putting too much on my plate.
So I apologize if anybody has a reaction or thinks that we are bickering. I just try to talk, and she just...
That's all you do.
Can't help it. See? That was an insult right there. 4 days before my birthday. And let me tell you something. We went out. We had a good meal together.
We
today.
did.
And then she pretended like she was going to buy me a birthday present, and she got a bunch of stuff for herself from Walmart that she wanted. So
I got some stuff for her.
So I got, but didn't get my birthday present.
But you'd be surprised.
She got a whole bag.
He did get something.
Just saying.
He just doesn't know
just saying.
Yet. See, that's what happens when he can't hold anything in. He has to there's
Taylor, we're going live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Creeper Gallery.
He's the type of guy that pick out your gift. I'm not going to pick it out for you because I don't want to get it wrong. I'm the type of person that if I know you, I'm going to try to get you what you want.
I've only been saying what I wanted for the last 5 years.
I know. And I actually have a few surprises for him. And I'm not the type of person that blah, 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 blah. So you're going to have to figure out what that is when the time comes. And that's going to drive you crazy.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's only 4 days. I can wait.
Who said I'm gonna give you in 4 days?
That's when my birthday is.
Okay.
4 days.
That's when you were born.
I'll be 32 again. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night from the Creeper Gallery in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Have a good night, and thank you all again for your support. Can't say it enough. You guys were there for us at the expo. You're there for us on our live stream. You come to our events, and we get to do everything we do because of you guys. And
thank you for trusting us and having faith in us. So good night.
And I apologize if, again, for the bickering. I will try to make sure that she doesn't do that on the next live stream.
I make no promises.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Nada.
If anything you took away from your first ever live stream watching New Jersey Paranormal is that John is the nice one.
Oh, he is,
That's
isn't he?
all you need to know. Little difficult, but I love her, but she's work. She's work.
He stole my line.
All righty.
Good night. Stay healthy, stay well, and please remember to be kind to each other.